go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Play action. Lance.
Forced out to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance now to throw.
Steps away to his left.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw, it's Lance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Off the play fake, Mond. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Cook. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently,
and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Now a dump-off here complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Buying time, and a big loss here as he's taken down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
On first down, Lance.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance.
This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Lance again.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Being chased out left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gold is able to put it through.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Lance going to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Gold is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Cook fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Cook now off the read option. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he'll just get rid of it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Lance. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. We'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball. Couldn't quite connect, but give him an A for effort.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Mond looks to throw on first down.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Again, it's Lance.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Mond going to throw it.
And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
This is Mostert. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, Mostert.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Again, it's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Mond.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Lance now on 1st down.
And his throw is incomplete.
So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Now Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Second and 9. Mon looks to throw.
And this one complete to Smith.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, here's Mon. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
On 1st down, it's Cook.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll run on first down. Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lance.
Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Lance now on first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Minnesota. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And they will take a knee here. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here now Johnny Townsend as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check, got that done. Win the wild card game. Big check. Now you got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.